you have to, I guess you have an interlock device in any vehicle you operate.
Do you have the device now?
What'd you say?
No, Judge.
Are you driving?
Yes.
Did you drive? No. What the heck?
Did you have a bond condition on it?
Now, this is the case. Ms. Absher, there was a fatality in your case, right?
Yes, sir.
And you're using while on bond? Are you kidding me? You have no sense of the importance of sobriety after all of this? Brian's not going to fix the mess.
Welcome to Judge Stevens' courtroom, where today two defendants face the consequences of driving under the influence. In the first case, a woman is charged with a felony DWI after being pulled over, but there's a twist: she had a child in the car with her. So Judge Stevens is bewildered when he realizes that she still hasn't installed the required interlock breath machine in her car, as mandated by her bond conditions. The second case involves another woman, whose DWI case took a more tragic turn after being involved in a collision. Judge Stevens expresses deep concern and frustration, since the woman clearly hasn't learned her lesson and is only crying in court because she got caught. Now is the judge going to really give her something to cry about and revoke her bond? Stay tuned to witness the outcomes as Judge Stevens navigates these two serious DWI cases.
I'm gonna keep calling you Dan.
Mr. Keese, Henderson is called 23 CR 1761.
You leave that.
Want to make sure you're charged with the state jail felony of driving while intoxicated with a child passenger. You have to, I guess you have an interlock device in any vehicle you operate.
Do you have the device now?
What'd you say?
No, Judge.
Are you driving?
Yes.
Did you drive? No. What the heck?
Did you have a bond condition on it?
Yeah, that's a bond condition in every case. It's written on the wall in there. Well, your bond, who's your bondsman?
Valerie.
No, Al knows better than that.
I'll make sure she gets permissions.
Oh, she has to have it. You drove up here, I'll bet, right?
Yes.
I'll make sure she gets
Yeah.
a ride home, Judge, and then takes care of this immediately.
I can call him home so pick me up. No problem.
You need to get it taken care of no later than tomorrow.
You have to have an interlock device. If that's, it all depends on alcohol and our own. Okay, what was the blood draw on?
Came out.
Okay.
0.186, Your Honor. So
Oh, alcohol.
yes, Your
Okay.
I'll instruct her on where to go get that today. So this county keep on for installation.
I mean, you know, these are the kinds of things where somebody gets on a frozen day, somebody slides, hits somebody, and then they happen to have alcohol on their breath, and then the on the front page of the news, it's who's to blame. It's not necessarily the defender at this stage. How much is your bond? What was your bond? I don't have anything.
I'm not sure.
What was you posted a bond of some sort? 8,000? How much do you have to pay? 800? 10%?
No, it should be like 250. Well, it's not so.
I don't have it in my record, so.
I have the areas. I have the pistol at home.
I don't have a copy of your.
It was 8,000, Your Honor.
All right, please, here, hold this and put us, we're gonna call Al later. Al Reed and find out what happened on that and why that didn't get occurred. All right, the marching orders are, you can't operate a motor vehicle without an interlock device, period.
Okay.
You've been given notice, you do. Your bond would be revoked and you would be on house confinement until this case is disposed of, okay? Because this is serious. It was a 4,000-pound missile. And we have too many cases where DWIs result in deaths. So fix that, okay? Thank you.
Get a reset on this later.
And
Setting. Oh.
how long are we doing the resetting?
Oh, I'm sorry, 30 days, just.
30 days. Thank you.
Judge, we are waiting on test results from one of our experts in this case.
Last time we had this, we had last setting that it said that would be the absolute last announcement setting. We just go ahead and set the trial.
Set up the trial.
Please, Judge.
All right, set for trial. What about the safeguards we have as conditions of bond here? What are they?
You're not driving.
No, I don't.
She doesn't.
She's not allowed to drive.
It's one of her bond conditions. She's not. And her father is here. He drives her.
What about using drugs or alcohol? Do you use drugs or alcohol
Yes.
at all? So where do you live with your family,
Yes, sir, with my 2 kids and my dad.
ma'am?
With my 2 kids and my dad.
All right, well, get a resetting, set it for trial.
Yes, sir.
And then just have a seat over there as well. Thank you. Yeah,
That's all.
before you leave. Rob? Hey, Brian, she failed. She's got marijuana.
All right.
Now, this is the case. Ms. Absher, there was a fatality in your case, right?
Yes, sir.
And you're using drugs while on bond? Are you kidding me? You have no sense of the importance of sobriety after all of this? All right. Brian's not going to fix the mess. Come on up. What's her bond?
This Abshar's $30,000.
Okay. And you are Carly Absher in 22-40965. The court has ordered a urine test, which tested positive for THC tetrahydrocannabinol or marijuana. And one of the bond conditions is do not use drugs, and you're to submit to tests for alcohol and drugs at whim of the court. And under the okay, with what you're charged with this, which is intoxication manslaughter. And now testing for drugs. Here's what we're going to do. Your bond is revoked, and your bond is increased to it's doubled to $60,000. You must have a drug patch as a condition of bond. Do you have some kind of a device for alcohol?
She didn't drive the car. She didn't.
Well, of course, if you happen to drive a vehicle, you would have to have an interlock device. But if she doesn't have a vehicle, then it's just easy for the court to say, do not operate a motor vehicle until further orders of the court. But the next time, it'll be $120,000 until it gets to a point where you're sitting in jail until all this. And Mr. Gertz just tried a case yesterday that had taken 3 years to finally get to court because of the backlog we have. And there are some people, just like you, who can't follow the bond conditions, and they're sitting in jail, which, I don't know if it was me, a day in jail, you can't have that back. And it's a day without freedom, and it could last a long time. But these are choices you make. And my advice is quit whining about it and show the character and strength that you should have to make the correct choices. Well, do it. Unless you're unable to make the right choice. So these are pretty simple, straightforward choices, especially in light of what's hanging over your head here for this charge. I can't imagine. Fortunately, it doesn't happen a lot, but when it happens, we have to make something, it has to have a consequence that's adverse to your freedom. And are you employed somewhere? Yeah, which means to get out of jail, someone else is going to have to pay for it. It's going to cost thousands of dollars. That's what these bad choices, it costs you and or others as well. The thing, I'm just going to take one final step. You have to appreciate and understand that you're not on this planet alone. You got others, right? 7 billion others. We rely on each other for making good choices so that we can have a full life safely. And you got family and friends, I presume, who care for you very much. But they're not going to be able, they're not going to, by law, they can't sit in jail while you're making mistakes. You're a grown up and you have to make the wise choices. And you have to realize that bad choices have consequences. I think you're able to make the right choices. Well, why aren't you making them? Do it. See, there's some people in here who are hopeless. They don't have any hope. Like they're going to make every time they have a chance to make a bad choice, they're going to make a bad choice. I don't think that's you, but these are important mistakes that you have to fix. And you have to remember that your life touches other people's lives as well. Okay, well, fix that. Do it immediately and do much better. Especially you're capable of it. That's what's frustrating to me. It's like, but you've got to, like I and everybody, Mr. Gertz, your family, everyone, we all are held accountable to the choices we make. So make better choices than you've been making. All right, that's the orders of the court, and you're treated similar to everybody else who's in the same situation. Okay, we've got one more test going on in the back. Do we? I think so.
Yes, and I need to fingerprint Mr. Shaw and Ms. French, and then they're ready to go.
All comments, viewpoints, interpretations, and insights expressed in this video are for education and entertainment purposes. All individuals featured in the video are to be presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Please do not attempt to contact, locate, or engage with any individuals featured in the video.